Hi, I'm Jason Colleran with Elite Edge. I'm here with Figured Out Baseball to show you the ladder training for speed combo sprint drill. So some key points to this: make sure your athlete or you have mastered each of the individual steps. So you have the side step, the front step, and the back step. So after you've mastered those and you feel confident in your takeoff, then we can apply this to sprint work, all right? So a lot of times we see kind of just mindless sprints, and it's not a bad thing, but we can be a lot more productive with that time. So to help you with your athlete or your team, let's work on their footwork while we're working on the sprint work and conditioning. So some benefits to this: again, footwork, change of direction, and then also acceleration. So we're hitting a lot of great things that we can do with that time instead of just going out saying go, go, and having the athletes run some long sprints. So what we can do here, if we back up and just look at one of the steps, let's say we want to do 3 steps to keep it short and fast, and then we can always do longer steps, maybe 5 or 10, to work more on conditioning, all right? So make sure you do the conditioning at the end of practice. Always do the sprint work in short bursts. Make sure your athletes have enough time in between, because if they're really tired and kind of getting sloppy, it's just going to build bad habits and nobody benefits from that, all right? So again, make sure if they can't do it slow, they can't do it fast. So if we're looking at the side step drill, I have these ladders set apart maybe 15 feet. You can do it maybe the length of your base paths, or you can start out here if you want to work and go short and fast, all right? So you've got plenty of options. So we'll look at one of the steps. If we're going with the side step, I'm going to keep it at 3 steps. And again, we're only at 15 feet just so it doesn't take me too long to run through this. So I'm going to keep my weight on this foot. I'm going 1, 2, 3. So as I take off from the first box here, I'm going to my second ladder. And then when I get here, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to keep my center of mass over this point of contact, right? So I'm going to do the same thing here, this time with my left foot. That way we're working right and left with a sprint set in between. So from here, I'm going to go 1, 2, and then 3. And as I take off, I'm going to go to the second box. I'm going to make sure my weight is positioned over this foot. And then I'm going to start my first step. So 1, 2, take off. And then I'm going to go to the second box there, third, fourth. So I like to use shorter boxes so my athletes don't get too tired, and we can really focus on the fast twitch movement and being quick and efficient with our steps. Remember, if you're working with a longer ladder, they may be good for endurance, but make sure your athlete has perfect footwork before you start to extend on that challenge, all right? So to recap, we can do all 3 of the steps together. So I can go front step like this, and then I can turn and do side step. And then from here, I can turn and do the back step and then take off. So if your athlete's mastered all those skills, you can challenge them a little more, try to make it short, fast. Again, we've got perfect footwork. We're in a good position to accelerate forward and take off. And then when they get to the other side, make sure they shift their weight back to where you want it outside of the ladder. So you guys have a lot of combinations here. I hope you have fun with this drill, play with it. Make sure you build on every previous run that you did. So if you start with 3 steps, then go to 5. And if you mastered 5, maybe go to 10 and keep it a short distance. Again, I'm Jason Colleran from Elite Edge, and that was the ladder training for speed sprint combo. Don't forget to check out my next video, which is going to be ladder training for balance and stability.